Welcome back. It has been a hiatus since the last time that we were hanging out together and all that. Again, I am Food Alrite, and this is Misfit-Slime. Look, today we're going to be opening the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. Not just opening it, we're going to be doing other things too. I'm not exactly sure what because, well, I haven't seen it yet. But we're going to do some stuff. And so let's take a look at this box. It doesn't say anything about the product on it, first of all. It's just a cardboard box. Tells you not to get it wet, not to make a castle out of it, not to break a glass on top of it, and not to lift it up as if it were some sort of godlike creature. So don't do any of those things. Made in China, we know that. Alright, so Retroid Pocket 2 Plus, I've been waiting for this for a while. It was stuck in the airport for a very long time, and then randomly it just appeared today, out of nowhere. I'm not complaining. Now, it is a little bent here, but I don't think that it's going to be damaged, I hope. So let's open this up. Don't try this at home. A giant knife, why not? That's all I got. Alright, let's see what we got here. And it's, well, another box. So there we go. There you have it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this other box. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So this looks like a Walkman from back in the day, right? Didn't it come in like something like this? It's a Sony Walkman. This really looks like the packaging of a Walkman. It does say Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. Enjoy high quality gaming experience. Really looks like it's a fucking music player. This here says that it's Trivial Pursuit. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, Trivial Pursuit. Nice. I guess that's notating that the color is the 16-bit version, which took longer than the other ones apparently. And well, let's see what happens. I'm already unboxing it without even telling you. I'm not going to give you any sort of warning, people. It's just going to happen. Okay. Okay. I'm just making sure it's not going to fall out the bottom. I thought it was upside down. All right. Nothing else left in here. Put that to the side. Look, sesame seeds. What the fuck are you doing over here? Okay. So, here is the device. I'm very excited. Ooh, it's nicely shoved in there. Snug and tight, so it doesn't break. I like that. Let's see. So what does this come with? Well, we got a USB-C to USB. Obviously, to put games on here, which we will do. Nice purple USB. But let's put that to the side. Not that I don't have enough of those, but it never hurts to have another one. User's guide, which is extremely small. And I know that there's going to be questions. But look at this. It's so fucking beat up. How did this happen when it was in the fucking box? It was in a box, within another box, in a nice safe package, and it's all beat up. Which means that the person who put it in here just was like, there, enjoy it. What the fuck are they doing? Yeah, so... this piece of shit. I'm sure this is absolute garbage. Let's get to the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes of the business here. Move that to the side. All right, and there we go. Take this off. See, it's nice, tightly fit around here, but let's make sure it doesn't break the fucking stick. Jesus. And we got our tempered glass to protect the screen. Put that on. That I'm going to do without the camera because I don't need you fucking me up making bubbles on here because I got one chance to do it and one chance only. Alright. So, the buttons feel nice. I heard the buttons stick, and I'm not feeling that whatsoever at all. So that's good. This D-pad is great. Not okay, well, you know, most people don't like the slider. It's been said a million times. I agree. Not a fan of the slider. But let's see what happens when I play some N64 games and what. Oh god, I can't even imagine how this is going to be with N64. I never had the Retroid Pocket 2 regular or, you know, any original version of it. But I love these buttons. The trigger buttons have almost a little bit of mush to it. Like a little bit of mush, but like not too much. And I like that. These are clicky. I know people have a problem with clicky buttons. I like clicky buttons. You know, if I'm playing it and someone's sleeping, too fucking bad, you know? So there's that. The buttons are fine. You know, I brought along one of these things from the cell phones. You know, we all have cell phones, so come on, let's get real. Because I thought these were going to be really sticky and I was going to get in there, but guess what? Don't need to do that. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, the analog stick is great, in my opinion at least. Well, it could be better. I mean, it's great for what it is. We got a home button, a select button, a start button. What's down here? This is where the SD card goes, and I have one ready to go already. Basically took some stuff off of my Pocket Go 30. Remember that, guys? Yeah, that has a crack in it. I'll show you that later if you really want. Yeah, it slid off of the table. Not a long fall, and kablooey. That got a crack in the screen. You could buy actually a replacement screen, but I don't know. I don't want to mess it up by opening it up. This is a really... I don't like this at all. The cover for the SD slot is like really a bitch to get in. You got your headphone jack, which we will use, but look, 2 speakers. Now, I don't know if this is going to be stereo sound or mono, but we will figure that out. And can't read the back at all. So, if you were trying to read the back, too fucking bad. Wow. You really can't read that whatsoever. Like, I can, even close up, I can just make out Retroid a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to get this screen protector on, the tempered glass, and then let's fuck around with this a little bit after that. Yeah, oh, I only showed you half of it. I forgot about this side. Wow. Yeah, these are power button and your volume up and down, USB, and I guess that's the HDMI. It's a micro HDMI. I bought cable for that. See, I'm ready to go already. I must say, the 16-bit looks like the Super Nintendo like it does now. Like, my Super Nintendo is faded and ugly, and this is the same. Like, this is not the way the Super Nintendo looked when I first bought it. But that's fine. I like it. This is how it looks now. Am I a fan of the colored buttons? No. I didn't grow up with a Super Famicom, so these should be gray and darker gray. Almost purplish, right? Not the case, but that's fine. I'm not going to replace the buttons. I don't like opening up things. I break things, and I don't want to do that. As I've said before, and if anybody here is new to the channel, I don't go over specs. I'm not interested in that. Call me dumb, I don't care. I just want to play some games and have fun. There are so many other channels out there who'll give you the specs and they'll go over all the technical side of things. I'm going to talk about the games, the gameplay, the audio. I'm a big fan of good audio. Whether it's out of the speakers, it doesn't matter. Again, this is a portable device. I'm not going to be using this for the speakers, probably ever. I am going to do a lot of moonlight streaming from this, which is going to be at home because I don't feel like opening up ports, because that's not me. I have no interest in opening up the ports. Let's just play it on Wi-Fi, but I'd rather play it here in like a little handheld version than sitting at the PC sometimes, depending on the game, obviously. There's some games I'd rather be over there, some I wouldn't. Who cares? What are you judging me? Come on. No, but for real, I'm here to talk just about the system and see if it's good and if I like it and if you might like it. And if you want to hear about specs, you know, read up on it or watch another video. I haven't seen too many videos actually recently, which is good because that means that I can't get, you know, influenced by someone else, because that would probably end up happening, or I don't know, it would suck. Anyway, I'm gonna put that screen protector on, and yeah. Retroid Pocket 2 does not have the plus. Yeah, I saw that before, but I thought maybe it took them a while to get the 16-bit, so I thought this was part of like the next edition. But who knows? Now, I'll tell you this. I know that there are some updates that need to be done, and I don't know if I'm going to do that on camera or not. I'll just explain to you what happened or whatever, probably. I don't know, we'll see. And this might be deleted, so if you don't see this, it means it didn't happen. But if you do see it, it happened. Anyway, let's get this tempered glass on before I fucking dirty up the screen. Alrighty, so before I plug in the HDMI and really show you what's going on the screen, first of all, invest in these things, these fucking screen wipes, because you're going to need them. Second of all, with this touch screen, it gets crazy. But second of all, I don't know if you can tell there. Fucking, I hate this autofocus. Fucking sucks. You can't really tell, I guess, unless you're in person, because it's not really showing up. But there's like a small bubble up top at the top left that is very annoying in person, and you can't really see it on camera, so it looks like I'm complaining about nothing. But yeah, so that's what happens with these fucking tempered glass things. It always does. While this sets up, I just want to let you know, so this next part is going to be a tutorial of how to set this up. So it might be a little out of order here and there, but just watch the whole thing. If you're a beginner, you can really learn from this. If you're, I guess, intermediate or whatever, you could really see what this system does offer. And if you're an advanced user looking for some sort of, I don't know, I don't got it, whatever it is, I don't got anything any advanced anybody has or wants or needs. So just letting you know, and boom, let's do this. This is the very first thing you're going to want to do, and I could have told you this is the beginning of the episode. I didn't, but whatever. You go to Updater, and then you want to check for updates, because what's going to happen is if you download things, there's no updates. When you download things, and then there's an update, those apps don't necessarily update, right? So you're going to have to delete the apps again, and then re-download it. Instead of doing that, well, you could just run the wizard again, I guess. But what you want to do is you want to fucking first go in, before anything, check for updates. Now, mine came with 1.0.0.7 already, which is what it is. So I was annoyed that it wasn't updating. I'm like, oh, mine's not updating, but this is the most updated one, which means mine was sent out after everybody else's, but mine still has that fucking light bleed, unfortunately, which I'll show you. You'll get to see the sadness of the light bleed. Once you're updated, that's when you start going in, calibrate your joystick, setting up everything, and what have you. All right, so here we go with the startup. Now, this is plugged in via micro HDMI, and that's how we're getting the signal from the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus to the PC. Now, I don't have a picture on my screen yet, but I set it so there would be picture on both the and there it is. There it is. Whoa, okay, there's that Game Boy Advanced beginning. And here we go. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Oh, I can see what time it is. All right, so here we are. Oh, look, we're at 95%. Yes, I did fuck around with this a while before we broadcast, but here we are. And let's take a look. Now, this is all live. This isn't like pre-recorded with a script or anything like that. So there will be fuck-ups and flubs, and guess what? I don't care. Oh, should I say that there's going to be language in here? I probably should have said that before. I'll put a warning at the beginning. You know what? Figure it out yourself. It doesn't need to be a warning. Yeah, I did fuck around with this for a little while, and so we will see things here that didn't come with it. But I'm going to walk you through that setup anyway. Well, first I'll walk you through how this usually starts. Okay, here we go. Re-enter setup wizard. Your device is about to restart. Okay, so this is what happens when you start everything up. And you could do this as many times as you want. This is another reason I'm showing this to you, because if you fuck up or whatever, you'll be able to come back into it. And here we have our same intro again. Oh yeah, I was saying, interestingly enough, the screen is off during the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus logo, this one. I'm not seeing anything on my screen. However, once the colorful Game Boy Advance logo shows up, suddenly it's on my screen too. So I find that interesting. You could switch that off too. You don't have to have it on your screen at all. You could be using this as a controller. But all right, let's show you the setup wizard here. Okay. So this is what happens when you first start everything up. You get welcome to Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. You will like it. Let's get started. All right. And you just hit R1 to go to the next thing. Choose your language. You can do that. Then you get your time zone. Easy for me. East Coast, New York. And here, enable Google Play Services. Funnily enough, I have this turned off in general. So I'm going to turn it off here. So it's weird that it didn't show me what I had already, even though everything else showed me what I had already. But I don't have Google Play Services turned on anymore, at least. I had it on for just so I can download my stuff. But I don't need it connecting to my, programs. There's no reason for that. So let's move on to the next one. And now here's where you select everything. Now, I just downloaded everything, all the pre-installed apps, or I guess they're gonna pre-install the apps. They say, we have prepared many applications for you. Please choose to install them below. This process does not consume traffic. Great. It takes 2 seconds anyway, so it doesn't matter. I selected them all. So we came with Citra, which I don't even know why. It doesn't run well on here at all. And if you wanted to run it, fine. I don't know. I like to use my 3DS as its own emulator. So
but I have it on there just so I guess I could show it at some point. Not today. Dig, which I was planning on using originally, and I am, as my front end, and we'll see why in a second. Their own build of the Dolphin emulator, DuckStation for PlayStation, Flycast for Dreamcast. This is to set up the controls, I think. I haven't opened that yet, actually, so maybe we could do that together. Your N64, again, this is a special build just for this device, and it works really well. This is to go through your files. Moonlight streaming, that's something I use often, and that's one of the reasons I got this. It works well. It's not something that really makes any sense to use while connected to HDMI, because then it'll be remote from my computer to the device and then streaming into the computer. That makes no sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to... if I can remember what I was going to say. Yeah, we're going to do that later with the screen. Not today, another day. Today's just an intro, and then we'll get into the meat and the nitty-gritty in the next episode. I have a lot of stuff for this device ready for you. This is so far, spoilers, a fucking amazing device. It plays a lot of shit, and you're basically gonna use this as a paperweight because you're gonna have so much to do, you're not gonna know what to do, and you're just not gonna do it. You're gonna spend all your time setting it up, looking for what to do, and then going, oh, where's the time gone? And then not actually doing anything. Unfortunately, that's how a lot of my things go. I bought a ton of games for the Switch. Do I play any of them? No. Why? I don't have any time. But do I want them? Fuck yes, I do, because they're great games. Anyway, PPP, SSS, PPP, you know it. Again, I have it on here. I'm not going to use it on here because I have a PSP that I can easily play PSP games on. And that is obviously set up so I can play whatever PSP game I want. So, not necessary for here unless, I really want to play a game, and I'll put one game on here and do that. Just like I don't want to bring multiple devices with me or anything. Redream is another... Dreamcast emulator, and this is the one that they use, actually, and it's the only one I've been using because it was the one they used, so I kind of was, well, if they set it up that way, and it works great, why even fucking bother going to something else? Retroarch, obviously, you're going to need, I say obviously, you don't need it, but it's the easiest, and it works really well, so there's no reason not to. We talked about it when we did the Pocket Go S30, but again, I'm sitting here talking like you guys, like this is a show, like an episode that of a show that you guys have previously watched. No, some people are coming in just to see this device, so they're like, what are you talking about? Oh, freaking, I can't wait till you see my fucking Pocket Go. It's correct. But we'll get to that another time. Steam Link, the Saturn emulator, Yabuos, whatever. Okay, so those are the ones that come on here. And now you get to select how you want it to be launched. Now, I personally want the Android launcher because I don't like the RP2 Plus launcher. I'm going to show it to you, obviously, but I don't like it, and I find zero use for it, honestly. It's really cool for what it is, but it's not super customizable, and it's super fast. I'll give it that. It is super fast. But it doesn't have all the the emulators on here. It only gives you a very small choice of like 20 of them. When there's over 100 of them. It doesn't make any sense that you can't load your own. And anyway, so we're gonna go with the Android launcher for now. And let's just start the system up. Whoops. I'm supposed to hit start. There you go. See, we're all learning together. All right, so it brought me into this. This is even though I asked it to start me in Android, it started me here anyway, which is actually somewhat concerning. But we'll get to that. So let's actually talk about that now. First of all, the first thing I want to say, you may notice if you paid attention before, everything's in a completely different order now. A completely different order. It doesn't ever listen to you. Look at this. It's touchscreen, so look, see how I can move that up there? There was a whole first row. I put all my go-to emulators up there, aka, well, my front ends. I put Dig. There you go. I put Moonlight. I put the Retro Launcher. All these were here. But every time I restart the system, it decides it doesn't want to put anything in that front row. It randomly gets rid of this space on the bottom. I don't know why that needs to be there. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's never happened with any Android device I have ever owned. No phone, no nothing. But here, we get that happening. So, all right. So let's get into the settings, starting from the beginning here. We don't need to go into network and internet. Everybody knows that it's the same thing on the phone. We're going to continue. So we have Bluetooth on this device, and it works well. I've tried it. I've tried it with headphones, at least. I haven't tried it with a controller, but why would I need to when this thing in itself is a controller? The question is, can you use a separate controller to do a first and second player? I bet you can. Where one person right now is looking at the screen, another person is looking right like we are here at the monitor, and we're playing it together. I mean, that two-player game on a handheld. How cool is that? And you might say to yourself, well, what the fuck is the point? Just play it on the fucking computer. Yeah, but, like, you could connect it to the TV through HDMI. This is just connected to the monitor because I'm using the Elgato to do that, you know, and it's actually more difficult than just, whoop, connecting the HDMI right into the side of the television and fucking starting things up. But anyway, so pairing device is very easy. It's the same way as you would do any other device. If I have to teach you how to pair Bluetooth, I really don't know what to tell you. I'm not doing that for you. Apps and notifications, same again as your Android phone. Now, if you're not an Android user, it's pretty much the same as the iOS or whatever. You go in, let's say you want to go to Moop in here. And this is going to happen with Retroarch a lot, actually, especially when using Dig, because if Dig and Retroarch don't work together, you get a black screen and won't let you do anything until you force quit Retroarch, which is annoying, but that's just the way it works. So, but you can change your permissions on here, you know, all the stuff you would do on your phone. That's what's kind of cool about this is, unlike a lot of these other devices, you have more options to, like, you know, make it your own. And I like that. You got your battery. Now, it says the battery should last until about 3:15 a.m. It is 8:09 p.m. right now. So that is a while, right? This battery, and it does last a long time. I played with this for 3 days before it got close to dying, and then I charged it up. It depends on what system. Like, if you're using Dreamcast, it's going to be taking more. If you're using one of the, you know, a system that takes much more, like PS2, it's definitely taking more. Gamecube is definitely taking more. But if you're sitting there playing Game Boy or, like, NES, you're getting like 10 hours out of this thing. And I'm not even joking. Like, it's, maybe like 6 hours. Still, it's a lot. You're getting a lot of hours off of this. I played it forever, and I'm like, wow, we're still at, like, 80%. That's cool. Now, as you can see, it is ticking away at the top on 89%. That's because I'm using HDMI. The brightness is all the way up. I'm doing this for you guys. So, of course, it is going down a little bit faster than it would be if you were just normally browsing through. Your display, again, this is the same as an Android phone or any phone. You have your brightness level. If I wanted to turn that brightness down, we were just talking about that. We could do that right now. Now, on my screen, on the monitor, this looks pretty much the same, from what I can tell. Now, but on the screen that I'm looking at, it just got dark as fuck. So we're going to not do that. I guess that doesn't affect the what you guys are seeing. What else? Okay, so we got icon colors and contrast. If you want to really do that, you can change your colors. And, you know, do whatever's best for you in terms of, like, video gaming, right? So you want your colors to be warmer? Go there. I think that looks awful. You want it to be cooler? Get that blue there. But for me, personally, let's just keep that on standard. And, you know, you play around with the way you want it to look. It's your fucking device. Put your own wallpaper in the background. I haven't gotten a chance to do that yet. What do we have here? Goes to sleep. I have mine right now for 30 minutes of inactivity. And that's because, and I'll give you a little spoiler of what's going to be happening next. When we get to the Dig emulator, when they scrape the box art and whatever, if your screen goes off, it stops scraping. Even though it's just in sleep mode and the device is still on, it stops fucking scraping. So, and then it says you can still play games and stuff like that. No, it does. No. You start playing games, it stops scraping. I know because I tested it out. So, I had it on 30 minutes. But actually, let's change this now to 5, which is my normal. We don't want any screen burning on this device, you know. Auto rotate screen, you never want that, because why the fuck would you want it in fucking portrait mode ever? And that goes for anything. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If you have a device that's sideways, you want in landscape. Change your font size. And, you know, I mean, on the screen right now, it looks like my font size is huge. It's not on the device. But, you know, that's just what it is when you move from HDMI. Now, you might be saying, oh, so the HDMI sucks? No, I stretched it. I stretched the video to full screen on my monitor, just so it would give you guys a better view. Can you imagine you guys looking at something that's the exact size of this? It would just be awful. So you're getting an idea of what it is. The device theme is dark, although this isn't dark at all. But whatever, I just realized that just now. Navigation bar. That's, your back and whatever. You definitely want to be hitting... The back button is actually very important because it's the only way to get out of certain emulators. Like, there are no buttons mapped to get out, and sometimes you cannot remap the buttons in that emulator, and in that case, there's nothing you can do, and you're stuck. So make sure you keep that back button in use. I don't think you can turn it off anyway, honestly. Oh, no, yeah, you could hide it, but let's not do that. What else do we have here? We have sound. So you got your media. You're not going to even give a shit about ring volume. Turn that down. If you want to use the alarm, fine. I'm never using the alarm on this, so it doesn't matter. Do not disturb doesn't fucking matter because, again, this isn't a phone. I mean, I guess you could use it as a messenger if you download Facebook and stuff like that in here, but would you really want to type on this thing? No. Get your fucking grubby fingers all over it. And you got your notification sounds and all that garbage. Yeah, touch sounds. Oh, yeah, so there is touch vibration on this, and I actually think I'm going to turn it off at this point because I don't want, not that I think that the vibration is going to waste or break, but why waste it on fucking a keyboard? Every time I hit the keyboard, I need to feel vibration? No, I want it for the game, right? So I'm going to turn that off. The rest of the stuff, fine. I don't hear it anyway. Haptic feedback for tap, keyboard, and more? No. Although, is that going to turn it off for everything else? I hope not. Let's turn it off for now and we'll find out. All right. Next we have storage. You know what that is. I mean, it's storage. Now, oh, that's how much is used. I was going to say, it said I had like 19 gigs left. The internal storage, some things just need to use it, unfortunately, and it'll go down. But when you put in your SD card, make sure you make it external storage only. Do not make it internal storage. If you do that, you're going to fuck up your whole system. You might have to flash the entire thing again if anything happens. Any corrupt data, and you're flashing the entire fucking system again, and you're going to have to start from the jump. Don't do that. So what you want to do is you're going to put the SD card in. It's not going to say to you right away, format this or anything like that, because you can format it on your computer, which is what I did. But when you do, you want to go into your SD card just like this. And this has all my things, but it'll have a thing that says, do you want to use this as internal storage? You say no, or don't say anything. Just keep scrolling down to use it as either portable storage or external storage or whatever it is that's not internal. And then you could just run your games off of there that way. So perfect way to do it. Security, you're not going to need this for anything. Well, I guess you could have a screen lock if you really want to, if you're worried about someone stealing your device or what have you. I have it off. I can't imagine this getting into anybody's hand and me going, oh no, you're playing my ROMs! There's nothing personal on here. So locking the screen isn't going to help it. They still will have stolen my device. And that would still suck regardless. So it's less hassle for me to not put a password in. And I'm sure nobody else does either. Location is on. Let's not do that. I didn't even realize the location was on. There's no reason for it to access my location. Well, I guess there are games that might want to do that, but in that case, am I going to play any games like that? No, I'm not. We don't need that. Show your passwords, whatever. Oh, you know what? Also, when you certain programs that you download might need your location for some stupid reason, and then you can turn it off once it's already in there. I can't actually. I don't know if it does. Like, should you not use that app? Anyway, moving on. Show passwords. That's up to you how you want to do it. I like to keep it on because I want to make sure I hit the right button. I don't think anybody's... Usually I do this when no one's looking over my shoulder and what have you, so... device admin apps. There's nothing there anyway. Doesn't matter. Encryption, doesn't matter. We don't need that. Okay, next. Accounts. No accounts added. Why are there no accounts added? Because I didn't enable my Google Play Store because I do not need that on here. And games run a lot smoother. Not all games. Why did I say it like that? Not all games, but a lot of games in the higher end will run smoother if you disable your Google Play Store. What do you need it for? You need it to download your apps. You can just sideload it with APKs. But if you don't want to do that, you can just download all your apps first. sign in, and then disable it right afterwards, and then play away. Automatically sync your data, whatever. It doesn't matter because I don't have any accounts. Accessibility, same as any phone. You got your magnification, color correction, all that stuff. You don't need any of this. This is your vibration. And look, touch vibration is off now. Great, wonderful. So that worked the way I wanted it to. You can also combine your mount. I don't know why you would. I guess if you're deaf in one ear. I don't know. Handheld settings. Now this is specifically for the device. All right, so we have power saving. And that, you can clean your processes in standby. Or you can limit your background processes. You can do that if you want. It's up to you. Connect TV. Here's what I was telling you. Here it says turn off handheld's console screen. So when you're connected via HDMI, you're just using this as a controller if that's on, which is cool. But I like to, I'm looking at I'm not looking at what you're seeing right now. I'm looking at what I'm seeing, which is the screen. No auto sleep. I have that on because I can't stand that. And force landscape, always for me, of course. When you're on, can you imagine being fucking attached to the computer and you were looking at this? I guess you kind of are looking at it with like black bars or what have you, but it's just the fucking size of the screen. If it was in fucking portrait mode, it would be even smaller. Just think about that. All right, USB. Notice me when USB is connected. So when you connect the USB and, I want everybody to notice me. All right? Because if I do that and people ignore me, I'm going to be really sad. All right, so notice me, please. I guess it means notify me. I have it on. I don't think there's any necessary reason for it to be on. I know when it's connected, but I guess I have it on. So in case it doesn't actually connect or there's a problem with the wire, I can see that it's not recognizing it. Your status bar, I don't need it to show my network speed. I already know I'm doing well here in terms of Wi-Fi. Plus, I have my phone on the same Wi-Fi, so it'll tell me if there's something wrong. Input. So now we have input control. You can disable your joystick. Don't know why you would do that. Test out your gamepad and calibrate your joystick. You definitely want to do that after you update. Make sure that both your left and right stick, even that stupid fucking right slider, is all calibrated. All right. Controller style. I'm going to keep it at retro because those are the type of games I play. I actually hate the way that Xbox does theirs. I like the way that the Switch does it, where the right button is select, not the fucking bottom button. And yes, I know, PlayStation does it too. The cross button or the X button is the select button. I don't like that. I like it being the right button or the A button, if you will. That's what it should be. That's what it was in my Nintendo. That's what it is on the Switch. And that's how I enjoy everything being. But you can choose it to your style. Everyone has their own personal choices. That's why life is great. Virtual mouse. Okay, so this I don't even have to fucking enable in here because it's already technically enabled the ability to use a virtual mouse. And what you have to do is if you hold down your home button for like 3 to 5 seconds, it'll turn your cursor into a mouse. So let's just do that. 2, 3, 4. There we go. And it's enabled, and look, see, there's your home. And you can change that to whatever you want it to be. Home button, I guess, makes the most sense, because the only reason you ever use that is to get out of things. So if you hold that down, you could use your mouse and do whatever you want. But if you want to hold down fucking the R2 button, go for it. That's a stupid idea, because it's the trigger button, and you're going to need to be holding that down, and suddenly, all of a sudden, everything's going to turn into virtual mouse. Don't be an idiot. That's really what I'm saying, as I fucking burp in your ears. Sorry. Don't be an idiot, is what I'm saying. Maybe I'll keep it in. Who cares? I just turned it fucking off. Great. Wonderful. Let's hold down that home button again until... There we go. Virtual mouse is disabled. So let's go back down to handheld settings. So Google services are disabled. Oh. Touchscreen did that just now. That's the other thing. That's the thing about touchscreen. You know... I like touchscreen because I'm able to do a lot of things I wouldn't be able to do. Plus, it works well with the DS games if you do want to use those. So, touchscreen is fun. And plus, with the Android games, you'll want to do that. But yes, my Google services have been disabled. If I wanted to enable it, I could. But we're not going to do that. Advanced. Let's go to advanced. So, you can disable certain apps. I'm not going to do that right now, obviously. Whitelist application. The whitelist application allows the front and background services to run independently. I don't want to do that. I'm not bothering with that. Re-enter setup wizard. There you go. Enter your factory test. Don't do that. Run script as root. Whatever. We're not doing any of that stuff. So there you go. Those are your like normal settings there. And let's just go to system. So you got your about, you got your name, the model, and if I scroll down, it's going to tell you like all the IP stuff and whatever. I'm not showing that to you people. Language is an input. Same as again on the phone. You can choose your keyboard or what have you. You can connect the physical keyboard through an on the go if you want. You know, it's up to you. Date and time is Eastern. We've already set that up, so it doesn't matter. But if you wanted to set it up otherwise, reset options. So you can reset your Wi-Fi. You can reset whatever, or you can do a factory reset. We're not doing that. Normally, I would just jump into Dig, but since that's not what we're talking about today, let's look at the Retroid Launcher, which is what it jumped into a second ago. And here we are, just showing DuckTales, and one of the worst screenshots ever. They could have possibly thought of something else, but they didn't. So if I go here, I could change the color here. Let's make it blue. There you go. The background's blue now. Wonderful. It still doesn't fix that it's fucking pixelated as fuck. Yeah, I could uninstall it if I want to, but I don't. So there's that. Now it's fucking blue. And then you can just add your apps this way, and it'll show you all your apps, and you can put them on the home screen. And you could use this as your launcher. That's not a terrible idea, but it's not the way I want to go. I mean, I could put Dig up here, and this could be the home launcher instead of Android, and then you don't have to worry about it jumping away. But why even do that? Let's look at the emulation side of things here. Okay, so here's your when you first start this, it's blank, and you just have to go down to systems, pick which ones you want. There's not a lot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 15, 16 systems, and that's it. 16! There's fucking 82 in Dig that are all readily available before you start cloning and adding your own. Fucking 82! Here there's 16. 16, that's it. I mean, these are the more popular ones. I get it. Fine. So what do we have? We have, and of course I picked them all. We have Mame, PC Engine, Neo Geo, PSP. Also, what is this order? What the fuck is this order? It doesn't make any sense. Why is okay? Mame, fine. Arcades came first. PC Engine, no. Why would that be next? Or then Neo Geo CD, not regular Neo Geo, but Neo Geo CD. It says Neo Geo on top, but Neo Geo CD is the fucking artwork. I don't understand that. PSP makes no sense to be there. PlayStation 2, which is odd that they even have a launcher for PlayStation 2. Let's see if they even recognize it. So to do it, this is how I'll show you. See, I have it already set here where my storage is. Scan. No, it doesn't recognize the one game that's in there, which is dot hack infection. It doesn't recognize it. You have to actually go through Aether to do that. Again, for another time. And yes, you can play PS2 games on here. No, they don't all run great. Yes, some of them do. Dot Hack series so far, from what I can tell, does. There's actually a list. I'll put that down in the links. It's a community list. I'm not sure if it was started by Taki Udon, but I know that's how I learned about it, through his channel. But it's maybe it's through Retro Handhelds. I don't really know who started it, but it's a community list, so it doesn't matter who started it, right? Because it's for the community. And it'll tell you what can run and what can't run on the harder systems. And like, for instance, Dreamcast, if you remember on the Pocket Go S30, for those of you who have been watching from the beginning, aka one of the 3 other episodes I've done, for those of you who watch those, you'll remember the Dreamcast worked like shit. There was fucking nothing. It was terrible. On this, most of the games work pretty fucking good. And when I say that, I'm talking about it runs. I mean, I'll show you Sonic first and foremost, because if you can compare it from the videos from last time and then see what is like here, night and fucking day. Anyway, normally you would put your ROMs in there and it would populate. So for PSP, here's one that I haven't done yet because, again, I don't use this. But we'll go ROMs, we'll add. So then I'll go to there. Okay, wonderful. Let's pick. I forgot what we were doing. Oh yeah, PSP. I think I have a few games in there. I must have. Oh, it must be on the Sony PSP. There it is. Okay, and Okay, so here's either you have to go into mouse mode or you have to really carefully select... Fuck. And that's what sucks about it. Use your finger to do it and it's a problem. So you have to go into fucking mouse mode or you have to like really like... Ugh. Going back, I hate that it starts from the beginning. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? I'm going to keep doing it. There it goes. Select. There we are. Scan. Oh, do I have to hit it and scan? Scan. There we are. And now it's populating. And there are the bunch of the games that just say F, 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 and P. Which didn't... Oh, and an S and an H. So this has not given me any box art as of yet. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes you don't get it at all. And we can come back here and check later. But for now, there is no box art. All right, let's get out of here. So anyway, we were talking about what's here. Neo Geo CD, PSP, PlayStation 2, regular PlayStation, 3DS. Again, 3DS is on here, but like, Genesis isn't. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, Wii, Gamecube, Super Nintendo, N64, and Dreamcast. As you can tell, a lot of this is garbage. Like, super, like 3DS doesn't run well. Okay, Wii doesn't run at all, really. Some of them you might get something. GameCube, actually, some of the games run good, well, if you use like the speed hacks and if you put shit together. But for someone who doesn't really know how to do that or isn't gonna play with the settings, you're not fucking playing GameCube unless you're playing, I don't know, some really low 2D game. But like, I'll tell you right now, you can play a bunch of GameCube games. More than just a handful. So, that's good. But yeah, and if you notice, there's no Sega CD, there's no Sega Genesis, there's no Sega Game Gear, there's no Sega anything on here, except for Dreamcast. Play Saturn 2 is not on here. You don't have fucking, I don't know, CDI. I know you're not really expecting that, but... Anyway, a lot of shit's not here. That's why I don't use this. But I am going to show you how. Let's just go to something that's already been populated. Let's go to N64. Here we are. Here's another reason I don't use it. Look how fucking squished everything is. It looks ugly. I hate it. I fucking hate it. It looks fucking terrible. Look at this. But the games, surprisingly, run. Let's take a look at... I mean... You know, that would have been better if I had a save state of some sort, which I don't, because there's a long intro. But let's look at, I don't know, Zook Dukem. Yeah, let's look at fucking Zook Dukem. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, so, yeah, we're going to have to fix this. All of the emulators have this, like, on-screen overlay. We can get rid of that, but it tends to happen. All right, so let's go into M64 Plus. Here we go. And let's change that because that is absolute bullshit. We don't need any of the touchscreen stuff on. I mean, you can turn the button opacity all the way down and it won't show, but I'd rather not have them at all. So let's see if there's a way to turn it off. Hide buttons when not used. Yeah, that's on already, so why the fuck was it showing? Number of seconds before hiding. Oh, so let's just say 0. It hide it immediately, right? All right. Instead of changing the button opacity, which is not necessary. So let's look at our library. Oh, no, this is for the settings for the library. Let's look at our library here. Let's go back to Duke Nukem. Let's just reset the game. It's still showing it. It goes away immediately. But I don't like it. So, you know what I'm going to do? First of all, what just happened just now is I hit the digital stick to the left. The digital stick? Why would I say that instead of the D-pad? Whatever. I hit the D-pad to the left and this opened. That's a problem. That's a fucking problem. I don't want the emulator to open because of one press. I need my D-pad for playing games. So that's going to have to fucking change. Let's, I guess, quit out of here. Yeah, stop playing. Okay, so let's go back to the touchscreen. And instead of that, we're going to change our button opacity Oh, I guess, yeah, it's a 0. So it's completely transparent. Let's try this again. Start. And there we are. And no buttons. Not that it really mattered. But, oh boy, that was just from hitting A. Oh, so we have to set up the controller and everything. See, did you notice that I haven't really played much fucking N64? I just watched the intros and stuff to see it play. I'm not a huge N64 guy. Look at this. That's just by hitting the fucking B button. Are you mad? So if I want to hit the B button in the game, it's just going to pop up? That's idiotic. So that's that. In terms of the getting set up. I know, you want to see games, right? Well, you will. It's going to happen literally right now. And we're back with Food Alrite and the Misfit-Slime. See, that wasn't that bad, was it? It was a 2-second wait. Come on now. All right, so we're going to do some emulating right now. We're going to show you what this system can do. But before we do that, we do have to set up our emulators. Again, this is for beginners. You can skip ahead to whatever the time says below if you want to see what the gameplay is actually like. So let's set this up. We're going to Retroarch. Some people say Retroarch. They're wrong. No, I really don't know. Now, the first thing you're going to do, yours isn't actually going to look like this. Let me actually just bring it to what you guys are going to see. What am I doing? I just had a complete dazed moment. Whoops. Here we go. Menu, right? So this is what you're going to see. No, not that. This. All right, so you're going to open up and it's going to look like this. It's ugly as fuck. Now you can see why I changed it. The first thing you really want to do when you get here is I would go into the online updater and I would update everything. So I would just do core info files, assets, controller profiles, cheats if you, whatever, database, overlay, update everything. Let it do its thing. Let it download whatever it's got to download. And you can do this every once in a while, but you definitely need to do it at the start because what happens is you're going to try to set your menu to look a certain way and it's not going to let you because the assets aren't updated. So it's going to do that. And then what you're going to do while that's happening is you are going to move over by hitting the right button until you get to settings. You're going to come down here to user interface and you're going to change the appearance to whatever you want to change it to. I like XMB. Those of you who follow this channel, you know that already. And then I have it set to save on quit, but what's going on here? All right. I have it set to save on quit, but most people just save your current configuration, let it do its thing, and then quit out. And you can change that. I'm not going to go through every little Retroarch thing. I'll do that one day, not today. But look, now it comes back and it looks like, well, yours will look blue. And you can just change, go back to user interface again. Now it's also going to be smaller, so I would go to appearance and change the scale. I like 1.25 for this device. This way nothing, well, it's not completely getting cut off. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not getting cut off. Everything's just right at the edge over there. I think it's a lot better. Personally, that's me. But what you want to do is you're going to come down to, oh yeah, appearance, just like I was doing before, and roll down to here, menu icon theme. And then you can change your theme to whatever you want the side to look like here. I like .art, personally. If you do custom, you can customize it, whatever you want to do. But this is what I like. And then you can change your color too. So menu color theme, however you want. I'm in the mood for a dark purple. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. And also, if you're using Retroarch as your launcher, which I personally wouldn't, but if you are, you can change how it looks here. So which thumbnails they show, where the thumbnail is, etc., etc. So the next thing that I would do is go into menu item visibility, and I would click the things you want to see. All right. So I wouldn't get rid of, if you don't have online updater, you're not going to be able to do a lot of stuff. If you don't have a core downloader, you're not going to be able to do a lot of stuff. I click most of this stuff on, honestly. There's no reason for me not to have any of this on, because I could just not use it. I don't have the legacy thumbnail updater because, again, I'm not using this as a launcher. And then you could, look, I have all of them on because I want every choice possible, and you should too. You don't just set up your own password unless you're psychotic. All right. I don't have displaying a start screen. I don't even know what the startup screen looks like, nor do I care. So that just takes more time to get into things that you want to get into. So I'd go through all of these, see what you want, what you don't want. It's all up to you. If you have achievements, because this is a Wi-Fi device. Sorry, if you have retro achievements, not just if you have achievements, that makes no sense. If you have retro achievements, I'm not clicking on it because I don't need you to see all my information, but you can click on this, put your retro achievements account in. For those of you who don't know what retro achievements are, it's a site basically that gives you the ability to get achievements in your classic retro games. It's fucking cool. I definitely would suggest using it if you're into that type of stuff. And if not, you don't need to do it. But if you get an account, put it in here, and boom, you'll be ready to go right away. Now, up until this point, I just remembered because I've already turned this off, you're going to have swapped buttons because this comes on, right? You don't want that to be on. Why? Well, for the rest of your system here, it's set up like a switch. Well, at least for mine. I know that you can change it to Xbox controls. I showed you that earlier. So if that's the way you want it, then keep this on. Great. But if you do it the way the system comes without making any changes, your A button is going to be your OK or your select button, not the B button, which is what it is for Xbox, the bottom button. So let's change this to off, and it is off. And now everything's unified. You won't get confused. And when you're trying to change things, you're not going to accidentally... I don't even know how that just happened. Oh, because of the touchscreen. See? Sometimes. So yeah, turn that off, and then you're going to be all set with that. Now, one last thing, or two last things, really. Well, no, one last thing. Hotkeys. So you need a way to get out of the system. To close, in case there's a problem. Most people make their hotkey their select key. I can't imagine any reason not to unless you have function buttons. Then I would absolutely make a function button a hotkey. But we don't on this device. We have a home key, which will bring you back. You don't want that. And plus you already have, when you hold it, it's going to turn into a fucking virtual mouse. So let's not do that. We don't want that set up. The start button will pause it. But if you're trying to do something else, like fast forward or rewind, and you hit start to pause, nothing is going to happen. It's not going to work. So that's bad. Select is really the only key, unless you're using the back keys for the older devices. But since this is unified for the entire system, select is really the way to go. So I would enable select. So what you would do is, again with this fucking touchscreen. It's not a bad thing. It's just I'm not looking at the screen now like I was before. I'll go back to looking at the screen so I don't fuck up anymore. Go to your hotkey, hold down the select button until it says there, and that's it. Now I have it set up, as you can see here, where the fast forward button, hold. I don't like toggle because then it's toggling it on and off. I want to be able to hold it because I want to be able to let go and stop whenever I want. So I have that set as my R2. So for this, you would basically enable the hotkey by holding down select and then just hold down R2 to fast forward. And then let go of both of them when you're ready to go. Or just let go of the R2. It doesn't really make a fucking difference. I have my load and save state on R1 and R2. And I have quit Retroarch set on the B button. So that's my normal cancel button, right? So select and then cancel, and it'll close down Retroarch. I also have it set up so it'll remind me. It'll say, you sure you want to close down? Most people don't like this, or so, I don't know. It's half and half. I think it's split. I like it because if I accidentally hit something, I have a chance not to close out. So I will always have that set up. And for my rewind, which I'm very surprised isn't next to fast forward, by the way. It still isn't after all this time, but whatever. I have it as the L2, of course, since the R2 is the other one. And that's it. I could, you could set up whatever you want. I have disc eject set as the X button, or the triangle if you're, a PlayStation person. But yeah, and that's basically, so if I have to switch discs, it's easier for me to do that. You could do that for next disc also, where it just switches over to the next one. Probably would actually be easier, but I haven't tested it out yet. And now with all these set, I would go all the way back up to the top, honestly, or go all the way down and they'll come back around. And there's your confirm quit, by the way. That's how I have it set up. I suggest you do too, honestly, unless you really just fucking want to quit out and exactly you're not going to fuck up the buttons. There you go. This one right here, menu toggle control combo. So this one is to get back into the menu once you're playing a game. Right now, we only have it set with a shortcut to quit out of all of RetroArch, go back to the home screen. But if you want to go into the RetroArch menu and change things, this needs to be fixed. So We're going to change this from none because we don't want that. We want to be able to get into that menu. And you can do it however you want. We don't have L3 and R3 buttons on this because these aren't clickable. One of them isn't like a fucking analog stick, and the other one just doesn't go down. So what we want to do is, I wouldn't do start and select because there are games where you need start and select. And that's not a great idea. So I would do one of these where you hold something down for 2 seconds. Right now we have holding select for 2 seconds already is our hotkey to fuck with things. So we don't want to do that. So let's try doing hold start for 2 seconds, right? So now we're going to the menu anyway. So if we need to pause something, that's not an issue, right? So let's keep that and quit. And by the way, as you can see, the Retroid Launcher is back here and Dig is back here. Why? Let's go back. It's gone again. Now, remember what I said about restarting? And yeah, every time you restart, it just basically gets rid of that top row and this one down here. You saw me move them up before. I haven't made any changes since then. So keep that in mind. Let's go to the Retroid Launcher. Okay. All right, and I added a couple things here just to see what it's like. I don't like this. It's too like. So what if I want to go to different emulators? I gotta keep switching over. Get the fuck out of here with that. So let's go to emulation, and let's start with an easy one. It's always easy to start with Nintendo. We know this is gonna be fine. We know everything's gonna be good. Let's just let's find out together. I haven't done this yet. Let's find out together if there are keys, if there are ways to skip down. So let's hit nope. No, oh, that switches to different systems. All right. So now I've learned this with you right here, that if you hit the L1 key, you can switch back to the previous system, even though it's not in any particular order, or you can switch forward hitting the R1 key. You cannot jump down, it looks like. Let's try, nope, no, let's try the R2. No. Now this is where it gets a little nerve-wracking. We already know what that button does and that button does. Let's try that one. Nope. Oh. That just plays it. Well, we're playing Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. Now, how cool is that? For those of you who don't know what Retro Achievements is, you get a little picture and it tells you how many achievements you have. So here's Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. Did not meant to play that, but I guess Y also selects. Now, I wonder if there's a way to change that. I haven't gone into the settings, and we could do that together, honestly. Now, as you see, there's this overlay here. For those of you, again, who are fans and you saw the Pot Code 30, there was no overlay. Why? Because it wasn't a touchscreen. But this is a touchscreen, so it's set up like a touchscreen. But we don't need that, because we have a controller. So let's turn that overlay off. Now, if you remember, we set the start button. Now, the start button's going to start the game, I guess. And that's it. If we set the select button, though, it's going to go to the menu every time we need to do something. So, you know, you got to take the good with the bad, whatever it is. I'm going to be holding down a lot of, pretty much every other one of these buttons. So, start's the best one. So, yes, it'll start the game, but it'll also bring me to the menu. All right, we want to turn that off. So, let's go to video layout. No, it should be on-screen. Oh, there it is, on-screen overlay. I just went right past it. Okay, display overlay, turn it off completely. Now, we could fuck with it. I mean, you could hide it in the menu. We could do this. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, but since we don't need it, just fucking get rid of it. Now, there are people who like to have bezels and stuff like that, and that's, you're going to keep your display overlay on if you like that. I personally am not a bezel fan. I want to just play the fucking game. I like it to take up as much of the screen as possible, honestly. Obviously without stretching, or at least too much stretching. A little bit is okay here and there. As we see, by the way, the native emulator is messing. So that may or may not tell you something. If you still want to use like Nestopia on your personal setup, go for it. But this is what they're deciding to use here, is messing. I'm assuming there's a way to switch that, but I want to try everything the way it is out of the box. Anyway, turning the overlay off, going back, and honestly, I would just go to, I mean, I don't think you actually even have to override it, but let's do it anyway. Save core overrides. So this way, when this system opens, the overrides will take effect. Nope, we don't want to quit. We want to play. And there it is. They're all gone. So, I mean, as always, this is going to run normal. Food. Here we go. Yeah. Skip that. And there you go. There's your Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. All right. Who are the brothers who love chestnuts and are constantly bothering Donald? That would be Chip and Dale. Ding dong! Yes, you must be Food, all right? That's funny. How the hell did you know my last name? How'd you know? That's crazy. I only wrote Food. How'd you know my name was Food Alrite? You spelled it wrong, but you... That's just fucking crazy. I love Nintendo, man. That's all I gotta tell you. I love Nintendo. Let's back out of here. Now to back out... So, it's gonna pause. That's fine. And then... hit, B to get down here, and then just quit. And there we are. Back to things. Did you see how fast it went in, by the way? And now we're back out here real quickly. So, okay. Oh, look at that. It didn't. How disappointing. All right, let's figure it out together. Box cover. Let's go to GamesDB. If you find a suitable picture, please save it before returning to the handheld desktop. Note that the download path should be... okay. And there we go into GamesDB, and it doesn't have anything. So you'd have to find your own for that one, I guess. But here... What the fuck? Well, there's a lot of stuff that didn't get scraped. Because it's a revision B. Probably want to delete those anyway. Yeah, I just literally put up everything just to see, because it's so fucking... They're so small. I figured, let's just see what happens here. But there are a ton that didn't fucking populate. Probably because of the names. Like, this one says version .100. Like, most of mine don't say shit like that. Let's see if Mother went through the translation. This sucks. Let's see how long I have to hold this down before it goes fast. I don't think it ever does. Yeah, this is the worst fucking... And, this is not anything special. Look how fucking slow it goes. I saw Mother here. 25th anniversary. Let's go in here and see what happens. Oh, look at that. So, yeah, your hacks will work. Your homebrews will work. I mean, look at this. It's in English. It's in English, so... If you want to play Mother, go for it. There we go. Quit Retroarch. It's pretty easy. This is the... Have you ever seen this box art? This is terrible. Low G-Man. Look at this. It's just... It's awful. It looks like it's like an ad for... some sort of, vitamin. Alright. You're low in G, man. Alright, so let's set up an emulator together and test it out. This is going to be Super Nintendo Entertainment System. So let's just set your game path here. There we go. You had to hit down, by the way, to get that. You could just do touchscreen if you want, but I'm just, I like to test it out like this. So let's go into your SD card here, and that's right, we have to try this again. Jesus fucking Christ. Getting your little fingers. Now, another way to do this, before I was just trying to poke it, but another way to do it, I'll show you right here. Super Nintendo Entertainment. So, okay. Hold down that home key. Virtual mouse. And now, if I really... look at... excuse me. But look at this. I got to get there, hit it, and then we got to go back. I mean, that was stupid. I might as well have just used my finger. Virtual mouse disabled. Great. Wonderful. All right. Set that up and scan. And now, this is going to show me 3 things. Are you kidding me? That's right. I remember now. See, this is a problem here, and it hasn't been updated yet. Again, this is a piece of shit fucking front end. I'll call it a back end is what I'll call it. The reason that these are the only 3 that are showing is because SMS isn't recognized by this system. It's the number 1 file type, and it's not recognized by the system. These are the only 3 that aren't SMS, and that's why they're showing. So if you want to see fucking Quest for Money, we can show you that. This game has no achievements. There you go. we're going to pull that up, and we're going to do the same thing as we did before. On-screen overlay, get that off. Override, save the overrides. All right. There you go. There's your quest for money. I'm not even, like, looking at the screen right now. I'm just hitting buttons. And this is fucking stupid. A ghost! Well, that was a much better game all of a sudden. All right, well, one day I'm going to play that. So, we're not going to be looking at Super Nintendo through here. Or also not going to be looking at Sega Genesis or anything like that through here either. What we are going to do is we're going to go to Dreamcast. Now. Actually, let's do N64 first. So, your N64 games are set up like here. I think we actually... Did I play this a second yesterday? No, I didn't play it. I just kind of, like, turned it on. I want to just randomly play something that no one ever fucking puts on. Just because, like, I don't know. Who wants to see the same shit over and over again? Well, you don't want to do fucking Tony Hawk because of the licensed music. Imagine I just put on fucking South Park. Fucking terrible, terrible game. I'm literally just fucking clicking around. Here we go. Mickey Speedway. Let's just have an old Disney day today. So yeah, that all happened just now. All right. Oh, that's right. So I completely forgot about this. So this emulator is not set up in any normal way, and we have to figure out how to change the buttons. All right, so let's change these controllers together. We're going to go to the M64 Plus FZ. This is our emulator right here. And we're going to go to Profiles. We're going to go down to Controller. There you go. And I have it set up right here as Retroid. This isn't going to be there originally. What you want to do is you want to go to the SN30 Pro, because that's the closest thing that we're going to have to what our controller setup is like. So hit copy, and then you're just going to change the name here to whatever you want. Mine says Retroid. That's probably the easiest. You don't have to change the bottom part. It's just going to tell you what it is and what have you. And now you can edit that. So you edit it, and here you are. There's not really much to edit because everything is kind of where you're going to want it, most likely. Your trigger buttons are both set up as Z. If there's a way to get to the menu, let's see what happens here. No, we don't want to unmap anything. So both of your back buttons, your R2 and your L2 are both Z, and your R and L are R and L. Your digital pad, your analog stick, B, A, and then sorry, not B, A, it's B and Y rather, or A and B and A here. So that's the only confusing thing. And then your X and A don't do shit. Your X and A are out right now. Start is start, select doesn't do anything. And your C buttons are your right slider. So that's it. I mean, everything is pretty much emulated here. I wish that the slider was on top, but it is what it is. I've always wished that. I wish it wasn't a slider in the first place. But now that everything's set up, go back. Go back. Select profile. Your controller 1 profile, let's change it to Retroid. And there you go. Back. And since we're here already, we might as well just play it from here. Start the game. So now we should be set up correctly. So now B and A aren't doing anything. It's fine. Or the new B and A, whatever you want to call it. So you get to the menu, you hit the buttons that don't fucking do shit. Your X button's going to get you to the menu here. Your A button doesn't do anything. Select doesn't do anything. There we go. Mickey Speedway, USA. You know what? Let's go back to Sonic Adventure 2, so this is what we worked on last time. And, you know, let's see the difference. A world of difference, right? This is fucking Dreamcast. Look. No audio glitch. How crazy is that?
File select. Story select.
We'll just go with Hero so we can hear the running around at the speed of sound. Alright. Let's give it. How does it run? How does it run? Oh, how does it run?
Attention all units.
Look at that.
Suspect seen heading south. Block all major roads. And
This is a handheld, guys. A handheld! A handheld that was $99 and also on sale. Oh. I didn't say I was good. I actually hate this game, to tell you the truth. But just because it was the only one that came with the system in the last one, I wish I could turn there. That'd be nice. Look at this. And we're breaking. And we're breaking. We'll just break all the way through the level. Set me free! Song rules. Alright. Look at that. Pretty good, right? Pretty fucking good. Pretty. Should we go back to a Disney game? Let's see if this one actually runs. If it does anything. Yeah, we don't need all that. Look, I could actually skip the intro. Unlike N64! Jesus Christ, why would I want that to be the top fucking picture? I'm gonna have fucking nightmares because of that. Oh, I wish that I didn't hit start there. That was... Is there supposed to be music here? Welcome to Walt Disney World, and then just quiet. That was bizarre. This game might not run that well. It looks like this one is going to be one that doesn't work. I'm not going to sit here and test it. But I know we tested Evolution last time. Just that intro was all crackly and shit. We did that with the audio. Let's see how it sounds now. And we'll do a real audio test in another video, but... Look, it sounds normal again. Dreamcast runs really well. There's a few things that aren't going to run. But for the most part, the majority of your games are going to run. Remember how this fucking sucked on the other system? Yeah. Just start in the middle of a fucking fight. Alright, we don't need to play this now, but... There you go. Let's test out the arcade, Mame. See what happens here. Now, I don't know what they have it running under. Oh, we haven't even fucking set up the ROMs? Alright, let's do that. Okay, so we're going to set up now arcade. Select. There we go. And let's scan that shit. I didn't even know we didn't have this set up. You can see up at the top, it says I have 65% battery. Isn't that odd? With it looks like the picture looks like I only have like a little fucking bar. So they're not going to be able to scrape your fucking things. You have to do them each individually. Again, that's because the Retroid front end sucks. I've told you this a million times. Let's do some Ninja Baseball Batman. Now, this is a fucking game that has a hard time running. Look, it won't run on here. It keeps stopping. They're not using the right fucking thing. Now, I have it on my... We're going to try it there. Let's just try The Simpsons. Why not? It won't run. Close app. Because this is set up for the wrong fucking core. So let's get out of here. We're going to go into Dig. I don't have my theme set up. I just have it, you know, at like a mediocre setting here. This is just the original. I do have my theme ready to go at any time, which we'll talk about Dig at a complete other time. This is great. But look, this scraped my fucking videos, no problem. Oops, that is The Simpsons. Here we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's just try this one out. Now, this is probably the 4-player one. So, it's going to make me do Leonardo. Fuck Leonardo. That's what I have to say. It says you can't activate achievements, but then it said I had 0 out of 30 achievements. Interesting. Yeah, makes me do Leo. That's fine.
Fire!
Fire! Alright. And there you go. I'm Leonardo! Fuck Leonardo. I don't know why everyone likes Leonardo. He's like fucking... He's like, I'm the leader, and that's my only personality. I also don't like Raph, though. That's a whole new story. Everyone fucking loves Raph. Raphael, he's emo. I love Raphael. No, fuck that. Michelangelo or Donatello all the way. There you go. So this works fine. So Ninja Baseball Batman is just not running for whatever reason. So that's why that was going on. All right. And we close out of this the exact same way as we closed out of all the other ones. There we go. Now, the cool thing is, and I'm not going to test it out now because we're fucking doing a show here. We're talking to each other. But the cool thing is, with this particular emulator, and again, we're going to go over this eventually, you can switch which core you want to use right there. So here we're using Mame 2010, but you could use any of these if you want. One of these is bound to work. We're not going to get into that now, but we can see that the arcade works. All right, what else do we want to watch here? Oh, okay, here we go. Let's go back up to... So we have Super Nintendo here. Oh, why is this backwards? Well, this is the MSUs, so you'll get better sound and shit like that. Check this out. They run on the regular Super Nintendo, 9SX or whatever it is, 9X, SNES, 9X, yeah, that's it, emulator, and check this shit out. Already the sound is better.
Salam and good evening to you, worthy friends.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We're just here to listen to the soundtrack. So you hear this is now in stereo. And there you go. So, I mean, it sounds great. It makes no sense for the level. It's so, like, light-hearted and... Like, it sounds ridiculous. It's just this nice music, and then you're, like, going around killing people. Wing. Whoa. But I guess my point being... They have these MSU games that are pretty fucking cool. And they run absolutely perfectly. Oops, wrong one. So yeah, we'll do Mario All-Stars. Yes, it's Mario, not Mario. Now I want you to check this out. Hear that? Sounds great. Let's go to Mario 2. Nobody picked Mario 2. I picked Mario 2. Let's go Princess. You hear that? It's just reworked fucking awesome music. And also, like, the designs are better, and some of these have cutscenes in them that weren't there before, and look how beautiful this looks. Listen to how it sounds. You know, not everything works great. Sound sometimes cuts out and stuff, but it's still a cool thing to have. And yes, I could have brought that power, and you know, I mean, you know, I wish I could just quit without saving, but alright. You get the point. Alright, quitting out. So, there's all that. And Super Mario World, do you want to do that too? Let's do that too. What the fuck? I guess that. There you go. Got your achievements. You hear that? Just sounds full and better and sounds great. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. You like how they make you read this whole thing? Like, if you've already seen it, if you play this game a million times, you still have to sit here and read this until the music is over. Dun, 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 dun. Yoshi's Island 2. Okay. I got so excited about the music that I'm fucking just jumping into fucking the first turtle. It's like dying on the first Goomba in the first game. Jesus Christ. That was fun. All right, now it's time to test out some Panasonic 3DO. Whoa, I just hit to the right and it worked. Okay, wonderful. There we go. That's the Q file. Perfect. Let's see what happens here. Captain Quasar. No achievements. That's fine. How will it run, though? That's the question.
The universe was once a lovely place to live. Broad smiles beamed from every planet in the Milky Way. Law-abiding galactic citizens thrived under the happy twinkling stars.
I mean, it sounds
and
great.
goodwill flowed from one end of the
Sounds
cosmos
fine.
to the other.
Actually see what the gameplay looks like now. Yeah, it seems like it's running nice. These CD systems, it's always great to find out that they're running okay. Look like Space Quest almost, right? Like the style. I mean, not the look. I mean, it's very claymation-y here. Captain Quasar. Has anybody out there played Captain Quasar? I bet you have. I don't know. See, and now the Retroid front end doesn't have Panasonic 3D. It doesn't offer it. It's not even like in the cards for later. They said fuck you to the Panasonic 3DO. What if I want to play a Panasonic 3DO game? Well, I can't. Really long loading screen. Well, let's see how this works. Whoa. There we go. And there we go, Captain Quasar. It runs so fucking smoothly.
Headquarters to Quasar. A rocket just got away, you blockhead! We can't afford many more screws like that.
Well, I didn't know what the rules were because I skipped the intro. I just wanted to show them. Ugh. I'm not supposed to do that, but I did it anyway. They're gonna yell at me again. So yeah, this runs super fucking smooth. So if you ever want to fucking play Captain Quasar or anything on the C3DO, I think you should be fine. Alright. I'm gonna skip over like that, it just decides to cut out the audio, but that wasn't a glitch, that was just what it was. How do I quit out? Oh, not that button. Select quits out in this one. But then it doesn't let you actually quit. A, B, what? Oh! Y worked on that one. And then hit B to confirm. Jesus Christ. The buttons are all over the fucking place on this thing. But that's alright. Alright, so moving on. Retroarch may not have closed properly. Do you want to force close it? Alright. I forgot that went to Retroarch. I could have closed it that way, but alright. Fair enough. See, it's looking out for you, so it doesn't fucking open up wrong next time. Okay, let's look at Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn. That's another one of these that people haven't really been able to get running on anything, but I think it runs pretty good on this. Let's take a look. Revolution X. And you might think, why the fuck are you playing? It says, enable Google Play Services. It won't work unless you enable Google Play Services. Really, it won't? Then why is it working? So, don't listen to pop-ups. This is another one that you're like, why would you pick this? This game fucking ruled in the arcade. And then they ported it to consoles, and it didn't rule. I can't believe they put it on the Saturn after how fucking awful it was on the Super Nintendo. And you can still fuck with the settings. This is completely without messing with any of the settings. See, everything seems to be working. Oh, I threw CDs accidentally. Testing it out. Here we go. I got 10 CDs. Oh my god, I'm getting all these CDs. Oh my god, CDs. Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna throw CDs at you. Whoa! Motherfucker! So yeah, this is boring. Just going back and forth. Not super fun to control with the analog stick, I must say. Because you gotta be really precise. And it's just not as fun without the gun. Look at this, I'm literally just going back and forth. Wow. Is this it? Is this the whole fucking game? I'm bored out of my fucking mind. What if I go up here? No? Is that man in tutorial mode? What the fuck, dude? Seriously, it's just back and forth. I've played this. It must be on some sort of glitch because I have played this game before and I've never had something like this happen. Can I go down? What if I just sat there and let them shoot at me? Something's wrong, right? Yeah, it's just gonna keep going forever, I think. So let's see what's happening here. Let's reset. Let's start again. Pretend that didn't happen. Jesus. Do I need the Google Play Store enabled to continue on with the level? I mean, that would make no fucking sense. Where would be the logic in that? Bow. Bow. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Just want to see what happens. Alright! Maybe if I shoot it. Nope. Alright, let's shoot at this guy. Maybe that'll be better. Fuck you! And now it won't let me. Okay, so let's shoot these guys. Generation X is in effect! Nope, it's gonna be the same thing. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Alright, maybe there's something wrong with the fucking ROM. I can't imagine that this is how it starts. I remember it being exciting. Alright, let's go back. Let's open the CD tray. No, let's exit. Try something else. Let's try... Alright, Nights in the Dreams it is. So, you know, Google Play Services sure doesn't want anything to run. What? What was that? I don't know, maybe there is an issue. I mean, I have no clue. It was working before. Yeah, this doesn't fucking run. There we go. Trusty. I'll be trusty. Alright, so there's a lot of glitching going on here. So this is so far not amazing. Sure. I never had a Sega Saturn growing up. I was always a Nintendo kid, and then I went straight to Sony. These systems, yeah. Oh, I have no, that was it? What's happening? Did I die? Or is that... Alright. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm jumping. Am I supposed to be able to fly or something? I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be able to fly. I'm just jumping backwards and forwards. There's a phone ringing somewhere. Hello? I don't even know if this performance is good or not. What the fuck is happening in this game? Oh, I'm flying now. Okay, now I'm flying. Whee! I'm upside down. Oh. Was I supposed to do that? Look, if I looked at the fucking instructions or what have you, maybe I'd be able to figure this out. But right now, I'm just flying through rings. Regular old Superman. Whee! Can I, like, fight anybody? Or am I just going torpedo everywhere? Whee! Man, the Sega Saturn is fucking strange. I don't know if this is supposed to be good or not. Okay. Sure. I'm doing stuff. I'm winning another one of these crystal balls. Whee. Boy, is this a fun game. I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing right now. Alright. Either way, the performance is actually pretty good. I gotta say, regardless of what's going on, it's fast, it handles well. The Sega Saturn does at least somewhat work here. I don't know what was going on with Revolution X before, but we're not even gonna stick around and find out. While we're sticking with Sega, I guess we didn't go to Genesis before. We know it's gonna run fine, right? Like, I mean, we can still do it if you really want. Yeah, here. We'll do, Comic Sans.
Test 1, 2.
Sega. Alright, so anybody who knows this game knows fucking the deal over here. Sounds great still. I mean, Sega Genesis usually plays great. Whoa! So, this plays fine. I don't see any reason to keep testing it out. Looks great, the animation's great, there's no slowdown, the sound is perfect, from what I can tell. I just love these drums! 20 XD6! Nice. Alright, we get the point here. Oh look, it says when I paused. Okay, so let's quit out of that. Alright, Sega Genesis has been taken care of. I guess while we're at it, we might as well look at the Sega CD. These Sega systems, you know. Batman Returns, why not? Intro sounds great. So this is a Batman racing game, at least at first. Okay, that was in stereo, so that's good. See, that was not the case with the Pocket Go. Batman Racing. Let's do it. All right, we get it. All right, how does that Sega CD fucking perform? Oh, I guess we just start going. Oh, nice. Super 80s sounding. Yeah! Oh, we're riding the Batmobile all over town. And over bridges. Setting the world on fire in the Batmobile. Setting the world on fire in the Batmobile. Alright. Every day I'm setting the world on fire. Batman always had such an 80s soundtrack, don't you remember it that way? Yeah. What do you say? It almost sounds like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out of their shells. Oh, yeah! How the fuck do you play this game, by the way? You get fucking 40 seconds, and that's the end of that. Paused. Alright, well... The fucking Sega CD runs fucking fine. I mean, if you want me to test something else, I can. I could do, Sonic CD would have been normal. We could do here Mickey Mania. Stick with the Disney theme. Alright. That sounded a little abrasive there. The right ear was like, bleh! It didn't like flow. We're going to definitely do some testing next time. Well, 2 times from now. All right. Let's go. Yes, we know. Well, that was nice of you. Traveler's Tales. Mickey! Does it say sorry? Sorry for what? Oh, script. I thought he was apologizing for the load time. Alright, we know what's happening here. Yes, Steamboat Willie. I just want to play the game. Oh boy! Okay. Here we go. Hi, Mr. Goat! Uh-oh. Yay. I went this way now. Oh no, I fell again. Oh no, I'm gonna get hit by the fucking steam. Oh! Alright, well as you can see, everything runs fucking perfectly. Hey, go fuck yourself. How about that? Alright. Alright, next up, let's try, oh, I know what we should try. The Atari Jaguar. The Jaguar. Let's do the Jaguar here. Here we are. Alright, let's play fucking... I don't know. What should we play today? Fuck it. Let's just play Rayman. Now, the Jaguar always has... Well, not always, but often has problems running. So I'm actually excited to see if it's going to work. There's a lot of times that you try an emulator, sometimes even on a PC, where it doesn't run. But these handhelds do not like to run the Jaguar. So far, so good. Wonderful. All right. You're in the pink woods. I get it. Oh. All right. So, I mean, as you can see already, it runs pretty fucking smoothly. Oh. I wasn't looking. I apologize. Never said I was good at games. I just said I liked playing them. I'm good at thinking games. Alright, I made it to the end of the level. Somehow I actually died doing that stupid shit. Alright, well, either way, as you can see, this, again, it blends into the fucking background. Anyway, you get the point. It plays well. So far, everything that we've been playing pretty much plays well, except the Saturn has a couple issues here and there. But that's okay. It's not terrible. And then, you know, once it gets past, like, the intro, it seems to pick the fuck up back again. Let's check out, like, the PlayStation here. Final Fantasy take too long to get into, plus it's not normally... Oh, here we go, a racing game again. We'll do Muppet Race Mania. Oh, brought me back into an old game. That's cool. Retire. Yes. Alright, let's not do that. Let's do it since I've already played this level. Change course. Let's go to Christmas Carol. We'll go to Old London Town. See?
Your Christmas apple. Red,
Look at that.
delicious. Tuppence a piece while they last. They won't last long the way you're eating them. Hey, I'm creating scarcity. Drives the prices up. Rizzo,
Well, it looks like the
hello.
sync is off. I don't know if that has to do with...
Christmas Carol.
I don't know what that has to do with, whether it's the fucking game, the ROM, the system, the streaming it.
So here we are in merry old England.
I wish I were in my merry old bed.
Oh!
So you can only play as fucking Kermit. Alright, copy the buttons. Ah! Well, I wasn't expecting that. Jesus fucking Christ. I would love to go. How the fuck do you turn? Oh, you can't use the analog stick. I get it. I thought you could. No wonder I wasn't doing anything. Oh! Driving with a D-pad is insane. So I probably have to fuck with the controls for the Duck Station, which isn't part of Retroarch. Jesus. This should be called Food Alrite Sucks at Everything. So everything actually runs pretty well. At this point, I'm just kind of fucking around, but like... it runs nice! I mean, I'm last place, I'm not paying attention, but... I mean, look! The game itself, controls are a little fucked. Where was I supposed to go there? Oh, up here. Imagine I can still win somehow. That would be amazing. I can't run through the gate. Okay. Even though there was clearly more than enough room, Kermit can't make it through there. Controlling this without an analog stick is maniacal. Alright. Let's move out of Duck Station now, please. Thank you very much. Yeah. Exit game. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Let's try, I don't know, fucking Game Boy Advance. I know what you're all looking for, and I'm just fucking around with you. You're not getting it. Maybe you'll get it eventually. What? All right. Look, it's angry at me here. Let's try... here we go. Alright, so we're doing... Oh, look, it's the opening to the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. Yeah, so we're gonna try F-Zero Maximum Velocity now. A game, again, I'm sure I'll suck at. I keep picking games that I'm not good at. I'll be... I don't know... Pat. Patoop. I'll be Patoop. So, contrary to when I first got it, after a few days, now the A button is getting stuck on here. That's why you keep seeing things like that happen. It's been a few days since I received this, so I don't know if that's something that happens over time. I thought it was something that happens immediately and then it has to wear into itself, but I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a safety pin, as has been suggested in Discord, and I'm going to just go around the sides and see if that works. If not, we'll move on to other circumstances, but it is kind of annoying. Especially because it wasn't happening before. Like right now, it's stuck down. There, it's back up again. You think, oh, like if I just keep hitting it over and over again. Hey, this looks like a 0. I'm not good at racing games. I don't know why I keep picking racing games. I guess because it's funny. Here we go. Oh, on this I could use my fucking, analog stick, though. This doesn't feel like F-Zero to me. I don't... Well, this runs fine. Game Boy Advance has no fucking problem on this. So far, the only thing that has caused any sort of problem is the Sega Saturn. And that wasn't even that bad. Alright. We get it. 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 There you go. Game Boy Advance works great. Let's move over to... Ah, I know. You want to see the Nintendo Game DS. Let's go to the Nintendo DS. There it is. I know I have more games than that. Sometimes if you like add games at some point, just do a little scan. There we go. It'll get the box art eventually. Let's do another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Arcade Attack. Let's do Arcade Attack. Why not? Let's see how well the Nintendo DS works on this. Now, that's a big one, because DS doesn't necessarily work great on all of them. Now, what this is using, this core, or it's set up to be next to each other, which I normally like, but look how fucking small it is. To you, it doesn't actually look that small, but I assure you it looks very small in front of me. Yeah, start a new game. The cool thing is the touchscreen you could just use just like a normal touchscreen. You don't need a stylus, you don't need whatever. You just touch the fucking Retroid with your hand up. You can see that on the screen a little bit bigger because I brought it up and it looks nice for all the other games, but for this, on my screen, it's so fucking small I could barely read it. I have to squint to read this, and I have great vision. So what you can do is you can switch between screens. There is a way to do that. And if you want to go over the DS, we can do it. But when you go, you'll see. Look how I can't play this game. Like, I now have to look up at the screen to play. What? Press the X button to jump forward! Why are you yelling at me? Fuck you. Why do I have to be Leonardo? Okay, so the X button does not jump forward. The, oh yeah, it does. Wait. No, the Y button does. Ah! Fuck Leonardo. Okay, the camera stinks, by the way. Okay, so none of the jump buttons are working. I mean, nothing's working at all. So I guess I can't jump anymore. They've given up on jumping. Oh, I can jump forward. Okay. Wow, this game sucks. You can only go the way they want you to go. That's fucking stupid. Why make it look this way then? You should make me be able to go there and then die. Press the A button to jump right. Really? And the Y button to jump left. Okay. A. Y. What's Y supposed to be? Oh man, I have no fucking clue. This is really bad. I hope nobody plays this fucking game. I bet you, imagine there's this huge, like, fucking, like, love for TMNT Arcade Attack. If there is, I don't know how to tell you, but it stinks. Alright, so let's, how do you quit out of here? Menu. Quit. Alright, but as you can see, it runs really nicely, regardless of how terrible the game was. It ran pretty nicely. Again, yes, we can play Final Fantasy if we want, but it's not going to show off anything. We saw the DS works. You know it. I know it. All right. You want me to test out GameCube? I'll test out the Android system. Okay. What? You got a problem? Oh, it's not letting me go in because I keep fucking with you? Is that what it is? We're going to test out DuckTales. Woo! You want to fucking see how GameCube plays, don't you? All right, so if you just saw that, the lettering on here is insane. You'll see it once I pick something here. I like the fucking music in the Amazon, so let's pick that. So look at the words.
Get Launchpad on the horn.
You see that?
I'm headed to the Amazon jungle to find the scepter of the Incan king.
It's illegible. And that happens a lot on these Android games because of the transfer of screen quality. Resolution, that's the word I'm looking for. Resolution. In certain games, there'll be like an HD mode that you can pick, and it'll fix everything. It'll make everything look great, but not every game has it. We can try.
No problemo. Lift is one of my favorite principles of aerodynamics.
Right, before we
you got your radio,
before we select that, let's just see how the game plays.
Of course I do.
Great. Then I'll be your eyes in the sky.
Oh, I'd be happy if you just keep your eyes on the sky for once.
All right, that's
what
cool.
An airhead.
All right, yeah, skip cinematic. Jesus fucking Christ, we get it, Scrooge. Look at that. Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
102.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oops. Dun, 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 dun.
Launchpad, I found an a nightingale.
Alright. Save anything. Exit? Yes. Alright, so we see how that fucking runs. It runs perfectly. The game plays well. Again, just go down and check the Excel document below. I said exit the game already. The hell are you talking about? Alright, let's see if there's an HD mode anywhere here. No. Quick cinema swap on his left. Alright, we'll play the fucking GameCube. Jesus! Alright, let's pick, I don't know, the Haunted Mansion. See what happens here. Alright. So, there is one thing. You see that little circle? I don't get that little circle. I don't know how to move it. I don't know how to get rid of it. I can tell you the only way that I've been able to get rid of it is to hold the home button for a while and turn it into fucking mouse mode. Look, now it's gone. But now I can't play the game normally. Look, I just hit the fucking B button and the goddamn menu popped up. But we don't want that. So bring back fucking, you know, turning off the virtual mouse and the fucking stupid thing comes back. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm sure there's a way. I'm going to check the settings another time, but keep that in mind. Yes, new game, new game. I said new game. Oh, yes. Easy! Because we're only playing it for like a second here.
As a lifelong author, I have often drawn inspiration for the more chilling of my tales from my own experiences as a young man living in Louisiana after the Civil War.
I mean, the cutscene looks nice.
The story of Ezekiel.
This is fucking GameCube, guys. Regardless of what game it is or whatever, this is GameCube.
In October of 1870.
Yeah, let's skip that and see what the gameplay looks like. But cutscenes, going well so far. Going well so far.
I hope he's feeling better.
All right, skip that.
The light
Oh.
switch is over there. Use the activate button on the switch to light up the room.
All right, well, that was bad. And I'm pretty sure I'm running at half speed. I am almost positive I'm running at half speed. So we just have to do some fucking with this. Whoa. We get it. You're a ghost. Uh-oh. I mean... View death certificates. Funny, I'm not dead, though. Here, let's pull this up real quick. Quick settings. So, you can fuck around with some of the stuff here, but most of it you'll have to get out, exit emulation. Oops. Well, you'll open up your Dolphin app, and you will have to fucking make changes internally. So there's some you can do right there and then, and there's some you can't. It's going to take a lot of fucking around with. The good thing is you could do it per game. So you can go into Dolphin and just select the game, fuck with the settings for that game, and that's how it opens up. This way you don't have to keep doing it every time. So that's a good thing. I mean, we could try something else. We could try fucking, I don't know, Luigi's Mansion. Although I'm pretty sure there's going to be some sort of issue here. But again, the intro sounds great. But you can hear it's the slowdown. I mean, but this runs a lot better than pretty much anything else. Any other time you've ever tried to run GameCube, has it even worked? No. But that fucking thing needs to get off the screen. All right, let's skip ahead to the gameplay. Oh boy, that's a problem.
Hmm?
Yep. That's the foyer, all right. Yeah, it's, Hey, it's running pretty well. I mean, it's slow. Yeah, this needs to be fixed. It's not running that well. But, I mean, I'm moving. I'm moving. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not here to fuck with the settings today. So, that's how it looks right off the bat. Hell. It's pretty fucking good, for the most part. And a lot of these things can be fixed. Again, for the millionth time, there's a document down in the description. Click on it. It's a community document that everybody's using. And that's that. Let's just get the fuck out of Dig for now, and yeah. So how do I feel about the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus? It's great. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Let me just break this down real quick. The majority of these systems work amazingly. Yes, I didn't try Wii because why the fuck would I do that? Most of the games are not going to run. But some kind of do with some of the speed hacks and what have you, whatever you can do with Dolphin. But not super well. I haven't really heard much about Wii. It's not meant to play that. It wasn't even meant to play GameCube, though. And that runs, like, a little slow, but not terribly. It could have been worse. Is it playable for me if it runs slow? No. I can't play it at all. I didn't buy it for GameCube, though. I didn't buy it for GameCube. At that point, when GameCube came out, I was already gone from Nintendo's world until the Switch came out. Nintendo lost me for so many years because of the N64. Nintendo lost me to Sony the second that they, gave up on the Final Fantasy franchise and pretty much all RPGs. On the N64, you're getting 0 RPGs. And then by the GameCube, I wasn't paying attention. The Wii, I paid attention, but not for long. Yeah, Sony really was where it was at for a while. And then that Switch came out, and Nintendo got me back again. At this point, fucking PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, they're all the fucking same. Nothing changed. It's just like slightly upgraded graphics. It looks pretty much the same. I've seen the PS5 in action. Big fucking whoop. That's what I say. Big fucking whoop. Anyway, this isn't about that, and I'm sure you guys have different opinions. It doesn't matter to me. I don't, you know, I'm okay with everybody's opinions. This just happens to be mine. I don't like certain things. Other people do. That's the way the fucking world works, and that's what I fucking love about this world, is that I can hate something and you can love it, and vice versa, and we can still fucking get along, because we are fucking normal human beings, and we don't have to fucking argue about every stupid little thing. But that's not what this is about. This is about the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. You've seen how it runs. It runs great. Fucking Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, regular Nintendo, of course, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast runs great. I can finally play those Sega Dreamcast games I never got to play. I can finally play those Sega Saturn games I never got to play. And I have them on my PC, but I didn't. I don't know why, but now, when I have this on the go, I can pull up any fucking game I want and just play it portably. And the battery life is amazing. I'm telling you guys, it fucking lasts for a very long time. Now, if you're playing Dreamcast the whole time, yeah, it's gonna take up a lot more battery than if you're playing Game Boy. There's a lot more that goes into the processing of Dreamcast and Gamecube. So yeah, if you're playing those games, the battery's not gonna last you quite as long. And if you're attached to the HDMI like we are now, yeah, it's gonna go a little bit faster too. But this thing fucking lasts forever. I had this on sleep mode for days. Battery fucking barely goes down, if at all. So, as a summary, this thing is awesome. I would definitely get it. There's still, from what I see, a 35-day waiting period. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but there are people who still haven't had their devices shipped, so I think it is true. So get it now, or else you're going to be waiting longer. And there are updates that'll keep coming through. The only issues... Okay, let's talk about the cons real quick, because I don't love everything in the world ever. Big con is that light bleed. That light bleed is an issue. Actually, here, show what it looks like right now. Alright, I'm assuming that right here I edited in me turning on the console and you seeing that fucking shitty light bleed in the dark. It looks pretty bad. And you don't notice it when you're playing, when it's light and everything like that. But if, like, you know, the lights are out and you're playing your game, you're going to notice it. It's going to be a little annoying. It's actually extremely unfortunate. They say that if you unscrew the back and you know, there's two screws that you have to, like, loosen up a little bit and it helps. I'm not doing that, first of all. I don't like fucking opening up the system unless I fucking scroll. That's why the Pocket Go S30, I haven't replaced the screen yet. And I love that fucking device. But, you know, we'll figure that out when the time comes. I just, you know, I'm worried that if I open it, I'm going to fucking break something. Because that's not my bag. I don't fucking, you know, go in and start fixing things. I like to just play games. That's all I want to do. I want to play games. And you know what's a great system to play games on? The Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. So fucking get one. Next time on Misfit-Slime, I'm going to be showing you how to use Dig with this fucking emulator. And we're going to go through all the settings and how to set it up to look nicely. Nice. So you don't have to use this fucking stupid front end. Ugh. It stinks. You saw how bad this was. Oh, yeah, that's another con. That's right. I was talking about cons, and I only fucking mentioned one. So the slider is not actually that huge. It's not the biggest deal ever. It's annoying, and there are certain games that aren't going to play well because of it, and I'm sure I'll get up to that eventually, and when I do, I'll complain about it more. But for now, honestly, fucking, like, it's not bothering me. I've been able to use it fine with a few games, and it never really did anything to piss me off, at least yet. It's not a detriment. Now, there are no clickable, you know, L2 and L2. Yes, the L2's not clickable. You just look at it. No, there's no clickable L3 and R3 buttons right now, which is extremely disappointing. There should be. There's no reason for them not to be. I've heard some people who are, you're like, oh, I'm glad that the fucking right fucking stick isn't analog because it would get in the way of me touching the buttons. It won't. It won't do that. Put analog sticks there. Make them clickable. There's no fucking reason not to. There's so many games that use it, especially now that we can use Moonlight, and you're going to play a lot of PC games, you're going to need to push down on that fucking button to fucking run. So there's going to be a bunch of games you can't play because you can't push down on the fucking L3 button to fucking run. Sucks, right? Well, you're going to have to deal with it. I'm going to have to deal with it. But that's all right. It is what it is. That's a fucking hardware problem, so they're not fixing that now. Maybe in the Retroid Pocket 3. And fucking God help me, I'll probably end up buying that too. But maybe not, because this is so great. So if that's the only extra feature, I don't really think that's going to make me fucking buy it. Anyway, and then of course the third problem is this fucking front end. It's terrible. You've seen how bad it is. It doesn't recognize anything. Fucking, you should be able to put any fucking emulator you want on this thing. It shouldn't just be like, oh, well, we only recognize like 16 emulators and fucking we don't even recognize every file type. That's ridiculous. And frankly, fucking insane. Go on to any fucking website, just Google it, and it'll tell you fucking how to do it. It'll tell you what else there is. First of all, you should always be able to use zip and 7-zip. That should never not be an option. Second of all, use every fucking file type that is available for that system. There's no reason not to. The end. I'm done. I'm out of here. So next episode, we'll talk about Dig. The episode after that, we're going to do the sound test. The famous Food Alrite sound test. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for joining us at Misfit-Slime. See you next time.